Why don't animals play cards in the wild? Because there are too many cheaters. Now that's a little humor to kick things off as we explore the intriguing world of wild animal behaviors. The way animals interact with each other and their environment is a captivating spectacle that is not only fascinating but also crucial for ensuring our safety when we encounter these creatures in their natural habitat. From grizzly bears that might bluff charge as a warning, to gorillas beating their chests to assert dominance, understanding these behaviors can make the difference between a thrilling encounter and a dangerous situation. But don't worry, we're not here to scare you. Instead, we're about to embark on an exciting journey to decode the language of the wild, one behavior at a time. With that said, let's dive into the 10 important wild animal behaviors you should memorize. If you think your bluff charges only work in a poker game, think again. Picture this: you're out in the wild, enjoying nature's beauty, and suddenly you spot a bear. Now, this isn't your friendly neighborhood teddy bear, this is a full-grown wild bear. What do? Well, the answer depends on the type of bear you encounter. If it's a brown or grizzly bear, they might put on a show, charging at you without actually intending to attack. It's their way of saying, "Hey, I'm bigger and scarier than you, so back off." The key here is not to panic. Stand your ground and slowly move sideways without turning your back. And if the bear decides it's not bluffing, then it's time to play dead. Not the most dignified option, but it could save your life. On the other hand, if you find yourself face to face with a black bear, playing dead won't cut it. You'll need to fight back. But remember, this is a last resort. The best course of action is always to avoid provoking these magnificent creatures in the first place. Remember, with bears, the right reaction could be the difference between a terrifying encounter and a remarkable wilderness experience. Have you ever seen two giraffes fighting? It's neck and neck. Now, giraffes, with their towering stature and gentle demeanor, may not strike you as the brawling type. But don't let their placid appearance fool you. When it comes to defending their territory or vying for a mate's attention, giraffes can show a surprisingly aggressive side. They engage in a behavior known as neck swinging, where they swing their long sturdy necks to deliver powerful blows to their rivals. So remember, if you see two giraffes swinging their necks, they're not dancing, they're duking it out. Why don't elephants use computers? Because they're afraid of the mouse. Now, let's enter the world of elephants. These gentle giants are known for their intelligence, family bonds, and yes, their dominant behavior. To assert their power, elephants often charge, but stop short. It's their way of saying, "I'm the boss around here." This is not a sign of aggression, but rather a display of their strength and authority. So remember, if you see an elephant charging, it's not inviting you to a race, it's asserting its dominance. Or what do you call a gorilla with bananas in both ears? Anything you want, it can't hear you. Now, let's talk about the jungle's drummers, the gorillas. You might think they're prepping for a rock concert with their chest-beating routine, but in reality, it's their way of showing who's in charge. Yes, that's right. When a gorilla beats its chest, it's not practicing for a drum solo. It's a signal, a show of power, a declaration of, "I am the boss here." So, if you see a gorilla beating its chest, it's not auditioning for a band, it's telling you who's boss. Scene script. Why don't whales listen to jazz music? Because they're more into orchestras. Now, let's dive into the world of the ocean symphony, the whales and dolphins. This underwater orchestra is not just known for their enchanting sounds, but also for their ability to learn and communicate socially. They're the ocean scholars, if you will. Take the sperm whales from the 19th century, for example. These intelligent creatures adapted their behavior to evade the whaling boats, a feat that suggests they were learning from each other. Whalers noticed a significant decrease in their success rates due to the whales changing their defensive tactics. Now, that's what we call a smart move. And it's not just the sperm whales. Humpback whales have been observed partaking in lobtail feeding, a clever strategy learned from their peers. Even dolphins have shown signs of social learning, altering their behaviors in response to threats. So, the next time you hear about dolphins consuming venomous sea snakes or whales traveling thousands of miles for mating. Remember, these ocean dwellers are not just swimming aimlessly. They're constantly learning, adapting, and passing on knowledge, all while making beautiful music in the depths of the ocean. So, if you see a whale dodging a ship, it's not playing hide and seek, it's demonstrating centuries of learned survival tactics. It's time to put on your safari hats as we summarize the wild adventure we've just been on. We've journeyed through the animal kingdom, discovering 10 essential behaviors of some of the most intriguing creatures on the planet. We kicked off our exploration with the bare necessities, learning about the bluff charges of brown and grizzly bears. Remember, if you happen to cross paths with one of these magnificent beasts, the key is to sidestep slowly without provoking them. And if you find yourself face to face with a black bear, stand your ground and fight back. Then, we stretched our necks to the sky, learning about the aggressive behavior of giraffes. Who would have thought that these long-necked wonders could be so feisty, swinging their necks in a display of dominance? We didn't forget about the elephant in the room. These gigantic, gentle beings assert their authority by charging only to stop short. It's their way of saying, "Hey, I'm the boss here." Next up, we chatted about our primate pals, the gorillas. Beating their chests, they assert dominance in their community. If you ever find yourself in a staring contest with one, it's best to look away and move on. Our adventure then plunged into the depths of the ocean, where we marveled at the intelligence of whales and dolphins. From evading whaling ships in the 19th century to their complex social learning, these aquatic maestros continue to astound us with their remarkable behaviors. In this intricate dance of survival, interaction, and communication, each animal behavior plays a crucial role. Understanding these behaviors isn't just a matter of curiosity or fascination. It's a step towards ensuring our safety and their well-being, a bridge towards coexistence in the shared world we inhabit. Remember, the wild is full of wonders and mysteries. Understanding animal behaviors is the first step towards appreciating these fascinating creatures in their natural habitat.